Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. It is out. PTB, new killer. Here we go. I'm not going to waste any of your time. We're going to get right into this. New killer's name is the Legion, a band of merciless killers able to rush down helpless survivors with their power, feral frenzy. Attacks made during their frenzy inflict lingering internal damage, downing any survivors that are not quick enough to react. Their personal perks, Discordance, Mad Grit, and Iron Maiden give them the ability to locate their prey and attack savagely while transporting survivors to the hook. Alright, so here's how this video is going to go, just so you know. First, we're going to talk about the perks. Then we're going to go ahead and get into some gameplay. There will be a Mori in this game, if I can help it. I'm going to do my darndest. Let's talk about their perks first. So I've already spent a whole bunch of perk points, so I can see if I can get their perks leveled up and see what their max levels would look like. And we'll start with that. Mad Grit. Well, this is at tier 3. While carrying your survivor, you suffer no cooldown from missed attacks, and successfully hitting another survivor will pause the carried survivor wiggle timer for 4 seconds. It stops the blocks more or less, and they won't get off your shoulder really if they're taking blocks with Mad Grit here. Discordance. Anytime 2 survivors or more are working on the same generator, the generator's aura is highlighted in yellow for 12 seconds. That's at rank 3. That's pretty good. Pretty good for slowing down gens, at least. We got ourselves, finally, Iron Maiden. You open lockers faster. Survivors who exit lockers suffer from exposed, and their location is revealed for an amount of time. So no more Dwights in lockers. We have the Iron Maiden here to stop that. So far, I mean, there's some good stuff with this. Mad Grit's a really cool killer perk. I think it kind of is bad for survivors. It takes some of the thought process of doing successful body blocks away. But you're not going to get body blocked survivors off your shoulders anymore. That's pretty good news for the killers out there. Alright, let's talk about the power now, because this power is really kind of confusing. Now, I haven't seen this gameplay yet. This is the first I'm going to be seeing this. I haven't been in a game with him yet. One activating Feral Frenzy. The Legion enters a deadly rage while the power is active. The Legion sprints faster, can vault pallets but can't break them, and survivor scratch marks are hidden from the killer's view. Missed attacks have reduced cooldown. So you're faster, you can vault pallets, and but you can see scratch marks. I'm assuming you can see blood still, though. Makes stuff like Bloodhound seem pretty darn decent. While Feral Frenzy is active, hitting survivor who is not affected with the Deep Wound status will apply Deep Wound status. We're going to talk about that in a minute, exactly what Deep Wound is, so stay tuned. Injures the survivors if they're not already injured, refills the killer's entire power gauge, and then triggers Killer Instinct, revealing the location of all survivors who do not have Deep Wound status. It seems like his goal is to just chain hit people. This could be devastating with perks like insta-down perks like Devour Hope. Oh, it could be insanity. While Feral Frenzy is active, hitting a survivor who is currently affected with Deep Wound reduces a portion of their Deep Wound bleed out timer and depletes the killer's entire power gauge and ends their power immediately. So you don't actually want to be double hitting people who have necessarily, maybe you do, I don't know yet, the Deep Wound status. Now, that means we're going to have to talk about the Deep Wound status, because Deep Wound status is not something that is entirely obvious. So give me a second here while I bring up another page for you. Alright, so here we have all the information about Deep Wound status. With our latest chapter, Darkness Among Us, we are introducing a new status effect to the world of Dead by Daylight. Deep Wound, you may already be familiar with the effect if you've ever been on the receiving end of a borrowed time save. Deep Wound indicates that a survivor has been affected with a devastating internal injury and has a limited amount of time in which to be mended before being put into the dying state. This sounds interesting, right? Survivors now have the ability to mend themselves or others without requiring a med kit. Sounds like they don't need a self-care either, but I don't know if that for sure at this moment. Just find a safe place to stop running and spend a little bit of time repairing those internal injuries. The Deep Wound timer now pauses while survivor is in a chase, and the killer is shown a location indicator if the survivor goes down because of Deep Wound. So you know if a survivor goes down because of Deep Wound, you know where they go down. But it sounds like even with borrowed time, I don't know if this also affects borrowed time. If you stay in a chase with them, they actually, their timer is no longer ticking. It sounds like maybe this guy is the kind of guy you want to spend a little bit of time looking, and then otherwise hit as many survivors as quickly as possible. We're going to real quickly here now talk about a couple of his add-ons, because I did get a couple of his more powerful add-ons unlocked as we went through the Blood Web, and we'll see what we got here for you. So this is one of his ultra rares. Fuming mixtape. It's a pretty hot mixtape. Dark beats, violent shreds, and unfathomable vocals from another world fill the mind with a vibrating sixth sense. While using Feral Frenzy, the repair progress of generators can be determined by the intensity of their auras. Very interesting. Cold dirt, very rare. A handful of dirt collected from the janitor's final resting place. It is unnaturally cold. Considerably decreases cooldown duration of Feral Frenzy. Frank's mixtape, never go on a kill mission without your tunes. A track list of all massive distortions and loud percussions that stabs your eardrums. Increase the amount of damage applied to a survivor's deep wound timer while attacking in Feral Frenzy, helping them go down sooner, I believe. And a stab wound study, very rare here as well. A printed medical article stolen from Ormond's public library, vulgarizing a study on lesions and stab wounds. Considerably decreases deep wound timer of all survivors. Alright, well, we're gonna get in here, we're gonna show you a Mori. I still gotta pick my perks. I don't know quite what I'm going with. I'll be back with you in just a second. Alright, so I'm not using all of his perks. I don't think that all of his perks synergize well together necessarily. Their perks, the Legion's perks, I'm not gonna use all of them. I'm using one of them, in particular the one that I think is gonna be most helpful at this stage is gonna be Discordance. Anytime 2 generators or more work in the same generator, it's highlighted in yellow for 12 seconds. 12 seconds is a decent long time. Now, I don't have a lot to slow down the game. It's gonna be a tough game. I only have rank 1 Ruin, which is not very good at all. It really doesn't do much of anything. I only have rank 1 Huntress's Lullaby. Not very many good things to, how Monto says, slow the game down a little. We are going to use Make a Choice, which has been given a buff if I'm 32 meters away, regardless of what rank it is. It's 32 now. They're exposed for a period of time. This should be good. It should be really helpful with him, actually. He's the kind of guy that I think wants to interrupt people at heals and stuff like that, and that should be helpful. We are going to bring in Noed escapes death, Noed. Because I don't have any slow games, I think we're going to hit the late game pretty early. And then Overcharge as well is pretty good at extending the game. And rank 2, I will take it. There's a couple other really cool stuff out there, but I think people know about Mad Grit. I don't think they're going to be taking hits at the stand anymore right now. Bitter Murmur is kind of not really as important. With Discordance, I think is going to be more important there for that one. And I think we're good to go. Low tier barbecue, too low to actually be worth it. 52 meters. Hardly the map is that big. We're gonna bring Cold Dirt, which decreases the cooldown of Feral Frenzy, especially since I don't know it very well at this time. And then we're gonna use Susie's Mixtape, which considerably increases the movement speed in Feral Frenzy. That's gonna be hopefully something that helps us out as well. We are bringing in a Mori. I don't know how good this killer is. I don't know how good this build is. Everything is brand spanking new to me. But let's get in here and hopefully let's get some good gameplay for you. Alright, took about 50 minutes to get in here. I'm bringing in an Ivory Mori. I didn't want to play with Kill Your Friends. I wanted to see how he actually worked in a more legit situation where I don't just get to pick my perks entirely. Hopefully things go well. You know, I really only want the Mori. I watched a little bit of gameplay while I was waiting. What I'm seeing, what I'm hearing, what I'm being told is that he's fairly powerful and could be a force to reckon with. There's some interesting ways that he functions that are a little bit weird, and I don't think that quite yet there is a meta for him. We happen to have gotten the new map, which is amazing. You guys get to see the new map. I'm very unfamiliar with the new map here. We're gonna just try to find survivor boyos. Here's our frenzy. Urbano away, or are you in one of these? Alright. They're Urbanoed. So, if they get the pallet stun, we don't have a frenzy yet. We got an AFK person there. Oh, nice. She had a live. Good for her. Didn't really have our frenzy quite ready yet for that one. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Ah! Come on! Not the greatest start, guys. Not the greatest start I've ever seen here. 2 people are on this one. Got him. So he's not down. He's in like this dying state. He's gonna flashlight. Going back to this one. Did she go? You don't see scratch marks. When you're in your frenzy. You can stay in the frenzy after the hit though, to get a little bit of extra distance, it seems. A lot of pallets already down in the area here, so. Dead hard? Alright, cool. I don't really know how to get down to the basement, I'm gonna be quite honest. Alright, we want to get over there as quickly as possible, of course. That one's down. Alright, not the worst thing in the world. They've healed up. Did I hear something? Alright. Make a choice. Oh my gosh, Sprint Burst is so powerful. I kinda wanna kill this guy. Here you go. You're dying, friend. Let's get you dead. Not the best gameplay so far, I'm afraid. But I want you guys to see the Mori here. Drag him back by the foot. Oh my gosh, I could have done a better job of where I put him. I didn't know how far that Mori was gonna take us. 2 people on here, very close to being done. Alright. Oh my gosh. Alright. Where you at? There's not much left up here for you. The vault is cool. So because I still have my Fury, it didn't actually down her. I tried to take the Fury down. Where the heck did she go, though? Alright. So she's healing. I can't see her healing. She's entirely healed up now. Okay. This guy is, plays a little differently than I'm used to. He's kind of slow. The stun's interesting. This is annoying. Just wanted to get her done with that. It's going terribly. Where did her... I mean, I saw her now. Alright, come on. How the... Oh my gosh. Alright. Well. Let's do what we can do here. See if we can change some stuff. We're stopping this gen here. There's another gen being done, I'm sure. It's a temporary solution at best. Where the other guy is, I have no idea. Can't see him on the map. I hear him. There you are. Certainly not a very good game overall, though, I'd say. Saw somebody walking away from that area. Man, this has gone terribly, terribly. I won't lie. Alright. So, if we hit him again... It doesn't kill her, you see? It just weakens her in her state again. We gotta go back for this, though. Interested to see if they healed. They are healing now. So even though she's gotta make a choice on, it does not actually proc. Alright. So make a choice not proc in there. That's still kicked, right? No? Yes, it is. Doesn't look like it is. Okay. So make a choice doesn't proc with the frenzy, which really sucks. There's another person right over here too. We saw him briefly. We saw them very briefly. You'll notice that when you get a hit, they actually show up for a short period of time. Pretty sure I heard somebody there, but maybe not. She has her lithe though. Well, and also in addition to having lithe, she also has dance with me, which sucks for us. She's over there healing somewhere, but we don't have a chance, not a snowball's chance, to finding her. So we gotta go back to defend. He feels really slow with this base movement. Do something here, of course. Gonna absolutely hook him up right here. That's a good spot for us to currently have him. Gotta kick this, Jen. You saw the other one? When this guy gets taken off a hook, it breaks. She's right there. Alright. We saw the make sure that's kicked. Have to make sure it's kicked right now. The bushes here are crazy. Sounded like she felt like she dropped. She did. She's over here. Alright, here she is. Man, are we so slow though. So we can still hit her though, but it just lowers her time more or less, her timer. We have Noah now. She went up that way. There you go. The other person is healing with just a little bit of points left. You see how close they were to going down? But they didn't. Now we don't have a barbecue. They got their heal off. And we know about where they were. All right. There's her down. The other one's out. All right. Well, that was tough. That was tough. I really wanted to do a little bit better than that. Unbreakable, pretty crazy there. Pretty good stuff for that. Unbreakable at the end definitely screwed me over. Well played. Well played to the Unbreakable. This is a different style of play than I'm used to, honestly. That was rough. That was a tough game. I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully you guys learned something from it. Definitely doesn't feel the same or as intuitive as the Spirit did. Spirit was just super intuitive. But man, that was kind of tough. Wow, I had to fight hard for that. I had to fight really hard for that. He's interesting. But we got a double pip, which is cool. Hit an invisible wall. OP, OP. I wanted you to die anyway. A person who got out had, how did they get up? Wait. Huh? I thought that was the person that got themselves up. I thought they were on the ground. Oh my goodness. GG.